In this video, I'm super excited to show you guys this viral recipe. This is the Snickers date bark, and it is totally worth the hype. So let's get started. All right, so I'm gonna get started with about 20 Medjool dates here. So I'm gonna remove the pits from those and cut them in half, but I'm just gonna do this with my hands. So I'm gonna remove the pits from these. And you can just lay them flat on a baking sheet with parchment paper. So you can see like you don't even really need to cut it. You just kind of want it to be laying flat. So I'm gonna lay that flat right there on the baking sheet. And I'm gonna complete this process with another 19 dates. So this actually doesn't take long. Like, see how easy, when you have fresh Medjool dates, how easy it is to just kind of flatten them. And we're putting them next to each other. We want them to kind of like stick together, which they naturally do. Dates are super sticky, nature's candy, so it's pretty easy to put these together. It doesn't take long. It sounds like a lot of pitting. You can kind of break it apart like this and just meld it into the next piece. And we're going to continue that with the rest of the dates. So you can see how I've just with my hands just kind of pushed all the dates together. When you have fresh Medjool dates, they are very sticky and they stick together quite nicely, which is why we definitely want to be using parchment paper, otherwise it's going to stick. I put some, face side down, some face side up. I just found that that helps them stick together better, and we just want them all pressed flat. So you can see how nice and flat those are pressed. And that is exactly what we're looking for before we go on to the next step. So I have 1.25 cups of dark vegan chocolate chips here, which I'm going to be melting. You can melt in a double boiler, but I am just going to simply put mine in the microwave for 30-second increments at a time and stir, and it'll be melted up in no time. Next, we're going to drizzle on 1/3 cup of natural peanut butter on top. So we're just going to spread that all around. Now it's not going on perfectly, but not to worry, I can spread this all on top. And I'm just going to start kind of spreading the peanut butter around so that we have a nice even layer. I want to get it all into the corners of the dates and everywhere on here, just because I want everything to taste pretty equal. When you take a bite of this, you want to be able to get everything all in one. And next I have 1/3 cup of chopped peanuts. Now you could use chopped almonds, chopped walnuts, whatever you like, but I'm going to add 1/3 cup of chopped peanuts on here. This is what's going to make it like a Snickers. So if you change out the nut, it's not going to be exactly the same. Wow, that is looking really good. And last but not least, I have some melted dark chocolate here. So I am gonna just drizzle that on top. 1 1/4 cups of dark chocolate. You can totally smooth the chocolate all around if you want, or you can just leave it like this in a nice little design. Now, optionally, you can put a little bit of salt on top just to give it a little something extra. I've got some coarse grain pink salt here. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that on top just to add a little bit to the saltiness. So I'm gonna throw this into the fridge for about 30 to 60 minutes, and then we'll be ready to test it out. Okay, the chocolate has set. Look at how good this is looking now. You can cut it or rip it apart, whatever you like. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this with a sharp knife. Oh, wow. That looks really good. Whew. Yum. Just gonna keep cutting this into little bite-sized pieces. I am so excited to try this. Wow. Make sure you stay tuned because we are going to do a taste test and see if this viral recipe is actually worth the hype. Time for the taste taste test. Let's try this out and see if it's worth the hype.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mmm.
That's nice.
That almost like a Snickers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's supposed to taste like a Snickers, and it does. Mm. That is so good. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more healthy vegan desserts like this one, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below.